Hello, this is Alexandra Plamenats, and I'm presenting my project Health Monitor for Disease Prevention. I am the author of this project, so I did it as a solo project. I did the front end, back end user experience and deployment, and my TA mentor was Ronnie. I'd like to briefly say what background led me to this project. So I believe that most patients have limited access to their medical data, and it's difficult for patients to manage their medical data and appointments and to have a transparent view of their medical data. And I think that seeing your lab results is very important because sometimes doctors are in a hurry and sometimes they can miss some deviations that indicate an early stage of a disease. So this application is advocacy for disease prevention, but it is in no way self-diagnosis. Encouragement. So if you see a large deviation, of course, you need to go to a health professional. So what problems led me to developing this application? I think that transparency and ability to view one's health data and lab results would be very beneficial for people because doctors often overlook the early symptoms, and a person knows their habits, they know their family history, and they would recognize when there are some deviations and change their lifestyle early so that it doesn't lead to more serious health issues. One of the reasons why this is very important for me because I had a cat that I loved very much, and when we felt that he doesn't really behave like normal, he felt very tired, he didn't want to play much. We suspected something was wrong with him and we took him to the vet, and he already had some urine in his blood, which was indicated that his kidneys are failing. And it was a very early stage, so if we started diet and some vitamins, then he would have lived longer. But unfortunately, the doctor told us everything was fine, we should not do anything. We did not, and he developed serious kidney disease later. And then the doctors told us, yeah, you should have started the therapy earlier, but we went to the vet and the vet just oversaw it. So it happens, unfortunately, it happens often that doctors oversee these early symptoms. And I think that patients need to be given a chance to then double check and react timely if there is any indication of abnormality and deviation. And I also think that it's necessary to have some tools that would help people analyze the lab results, because sometimes people, when they just look at the lab results, they don't understand whether there is a deviation or what they should do. So I think there should be some prompt of what a user needs to do if they have a certain deviation in lab result values. So as a solution, I'm proposing an interactive user application that has access to medical records from FHIR database or other databases. And it also has an integrated tool to compare and interpret and analyze the lab results, and based on that give some improvement advice how a person can mitigate these deviating results. For example, improve their diet or improve their exercising habits or stop smoking. So something that doesn't require medications but instead requires intake of more vitamins or a dietary or exercise change. So what is the project implementation status? The project is complete. It has a UI, it has a login component which adds safety and links the user to their data. And also the patient has a convenient dashboard where they can view their data and the prompts. The connection to the patient data has been established, routing is implemented together with a data query feature, and the application has error handling, and also appointment creation feature has been added, and the application has been deployed and tested. This is the project implementation status in the GitHub project. So you can see that everything that has been planned is done. And I'd like to briefly talk about research that I did before I started the application, because I wanted to see how important it was, because to me it seemed important, but I wanted to look for some academic opinion and academic works. So these are some that I found very interesting. So they both deal with infectious and chronic diseases, and prevention of diseases in early stages. And I particularly found interesting the work on effectiveness of school-based interventions for prevention of diseases. So I think that sometimes when parents fail or doctors fail to monitor their children, sometimes the schools can step in and help. And also I found very interesting the research on a deep learning based system for remote monitoring and early detection of health issues, because it would be connected to a wearable device, and the person, if they even if they don't go to the lab, they can see some deviations in their health, like a heart rate deviation or something like that. So I think the research is interesting, and I hope that more academic research is conducted in future on the matter. So the application has several important features. It has a secure login and access to medical history and lab results. It has dietary and lifestyles recommendations based on these results, and it has an appointment feature so that the user can conveniently schedule the doctor appointments. And now I will do a brief demonstration of one of the patients. So I logged in as Clara White. She's a female, age 60, and she had osteoporosis in the past. And currently she's taking medications, but they're not really helping because she still has osteoporosis. And the medical advice is to increase calcium intake and consider bisphosphonates. And she has a bunch of doctor's appointments here. So let's create a new doctor's appointment for her. So now we can see that a new appointment has been created here, Dr. Norman's appointment. And let's try with a couple of more patients. Let's log in. So we can see that Bob Brown is a 55-year-old male, and he had arthritis and heart disease in the past, and he's taking some medications which have caused elevated CRP and are consistent with active inflammation, and medical advice is anti-inflammatory medication adjustment needed. So this shows us, this is application also shows us when the medication that has been already prescribed by the doctor is causing some negative side effects, which is often happening in real life. I've known many people who started taking medications for one illness and then got another one. So it shows us how important this early diagnosis is. Let's log in like one other patient. So Alice Jones is a 4-year-old female, and her past illnesses are hyperthyroidism, and she has lower than normal TSH levels indicating hyperthyroidism, and she is advised to consider adjusting thyroxine dose. For that, she would, of course, need to go to a medical professional. So what are the outcomes and benefits of this application? This application enables early disease detection, and it can help with disease prevention, and it improves personal health management because a person can schedule an appointment when they see that something is wrong, and it causes reduction in progression of chronic illnesses because a person can react very early. So what is the further work and future vision? The further possibilities are integration of automated reminders for health checks, plans to expand accessibility worldwide so that anyone can access such applications, and the goal of this application is long-term saving lives through proactive health monitoring and disease prevention. And it would be very nice if we could also do such applications to monitor health of domestic animals and pets, because they're very important for us. So I would really like something like this to happen in future. And it would, of course, we would need a new system for health records for animals, but I think that it's feasible in future and would make sense, and that it would be very important for people who love their pets and domestic animals. So as a conclusion, I would like to say that the project can have a positive impact and help people, and it can have long-term effects on improvement of people's lives and lives of animals in future, and it has a great potential of saving lives. And I think that it's very important that this project helps the user conduct preventive health practices, because prevention is always better than curing the disease at a later stage when it's gone too far and too many organs are damaged. So I think that disease prevention is very important, and it can improve life of many people and even save a lot of lives of people and animals. Thank you for watching.